Hello, good morning everyone. In this experiment, we are going to determine the electron to the charge to the mass ratio of an electron with the help of Thomson method. It is a very simple setup. It is based on Thomson method. The E by M is a bulb like and contains a filament, means this one visible, it contains a filament, cathode, a grid, a pair of deflection plate, and a anode. The filament hits the cathode, which emits electrons. The electrons are accelerated through a known potential applied between the cathode and the anode. The grid and anode have a hole through which electron can pass. The tube is filled with the helium at a very low pressure. Some of the electrons emitted by the cathode collide with helium atoms, which gets excited and radiate visible light. The electron beam thus leaves a visible track in the tube, and all manipulations on it can be seen. The tube is a place between a pair of fixed two Helmholtz coils. These are the two Helmholtz coils. This first, this is second one. And that inside that we keep this bulb in this Helmholtz coils, which produce a uniform and known magnetic field. The socket of the tube can be rotated so that the electron beam is at right angle to the magnetic field. The beam is deflected in a circular path of radius r depending on the accelerating potential V. The magnetic field B and the charge to the mass ratio E by M. This circular path is visible and diameter can be measured, and E by M obtained from the relation, that is E by M equal to 8V divided by B square by D square. So this setup can also be used to study the electron beam deflection for different directions of the magnetic field by varying the orientation of the E by M2. The deflecting plates plays and role in the no plays it doesn't plays any role in the experiment. They are interesting for a visual observation of how the electron beam gets deflected when a potential difference is applied between the deflecting plate. You can actually start with the experiment. So this is the main switch. From this main switch you have to give supply here. Again there is on off switch, you have to supply, you have to make it on. Then after that you have to keep it for a half an hour to warm up this. Okay. After warming this, you have to keep this current as a 1 ampere. It is, you have to keep it always constant, and after that you can vary this voltage. Okay. Before this you have to select this, it should be in clockwise, you require clockwise or anti-clockwise beam. Okay. Okay, here we require a clockwise beam, that means in this way that beam should be in clockwise sense. Okay. Then you are keeping this voltage current as a 1 ampere and voltage is 200 volt, and you have to measure the diameter. You can find we have some greenish path like this, a greenish circle path like this. Okay, and you can measure the diameter of this circle, that greenish path is. Okay, and here also, that means you have to take such difference between these two diameters at this place and at this place. Okay, then that is a D. Okay, now calculating that D with the help of this eyepiece or this scale. Okay, can have a formula, that is E by M E by m equal to E by m equal to 7.576 into 10 to the power 6 into V in volts current I means square of this current, that is becomes ampere square. Again distance between that means the diameter, that is d square. You take d square, that will be in meter square. Okay, so calculating all these mean value and putting all this mean value in this formula, we can calculate the E by m exactly. In this case we have table. This is table. First column it is of accelerating voltage in volts. Second, current to the Helmholtz coil. Then diameter of the tube or path. Then diameter square, and then lastly V by I square D square. So first time we'll take voltage here as a 200 volt, keeping current 1 ampere constant. Then we'll measure the diameter here and here. We take the difference between that. We get diameter that in meter. You have to take its square, and last you have to do calculation V by I square D square. Next you have to take decrease the voltage. That is, you have to take voltage at 180 volt. Again current same. You have to measure diameter square. Again you have to calculate this. Again 160. Take voltage 160, current will be same. Again measure the diameter, again take it square and do calculation. Now 140, current same. Again measure diameter, the diameter square and calculate this. Again 120, current same. Again you have to measure diameter and calculate this V by I square D square. Again for 100 volt, again measure diameter. So this we can measure diameter every time, and you can calculate the V by I square D square, that ratio, and you last you take mean of this. So taking mean of this and putting that mean value in this formula, we can calculate the E by M. And this E by M, calculating this, it you are getting very exactly or nearly exactly equal to the exact value of this E by M, that is 1.77 into 10 to the power 11 coulombs per kg, or maybe little variation of this. Okay, but it comes in the same range. Okay, thank you. We'll see in the next experiment. Okay, thank you.